Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Reese number 769A. This is a piece of perimeter gasketing. It's weather stripping, perimeter gasketing. This would be a jamb. This would be two jambs. This would be a head. If you've got a four-sided unit like a window, or maybe a hollow metal door that's acting as an access panel, you could have it at the sill as well. This is a really common piece of aluminum with an incredibly high performance insert. This is the economical and super high performance put together on the same unit. And I got to tell you, I think it's a great idea using this confluence of material where the aluminum in the 769 is not exceptionally thick, not exceptionally pretty or unusual, but that high performance polyurethane stands alone on this Reese item. We'll talk more about that in a moment. So the 769 is indeed representative of the item that we have here, and there is a link, pardon me, there's an image below this video that shows the 7/8 dimension of the aluminum, which looks like it's closer to 13/16, getting you down to about 1.125" total. Okay, you've got a thickness of the material at right at about 5/16. Okay, this is going to be available in different finishes. The A in the part number stands for mill aluminum. Okay, just raw aluminum. You can do the C finish for clear anodized, D finish for dark bronze, G finish for gold anodized. Okay, this is perimeter gasketing. Now, polyurethane. There is a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure where you can review some of the offering of the polyurethane insert material that Reese has. Perimeter gasketing, door sweeps. Okay. According to Reese, today's maintenance being of high cost, demand on time, replacement costs of material, Reese's polyurethane weather strips are the best choice, especially in high abuse areas such as schools and correctional institutions, dusty, abrasive environments, extremely cold, or areas of high traffic. Polyurethane features 4 times the tear resistance, 40 times the tensile strength, and nearly 100 times the abrasion resistance when compared to silicone. Unaffected by ultraviolet, flexible to 58 below zero. Well, unaffected by ultraviolet, sunlight. Flexible to 58 below zero, hello Chicago. Resistant to fungus and petroleum-based solvents and unaffected by halon fire extinguisher. So if you were to have a fire extinguisher event, this material is unaffected by it. The short version of all of this is that it is incredibly durable and it's tear resistant. You will see weather stripping installed that has fatigued with exposure to just daylight, because daylight does contain ultraviolet, right? And over time, vinyl is going to succumb to that. Vinyl will also succumb to getting frozen to that steel door, and then the door is pulled open. It'll tear right off. Polyurethane's not going to succumb like that. Walking through the opening, you unintentionally make contact with this material as well. Tear resistant, that's going to be great. Having it unaffected by fungus, you know, if you're dealing in an application such in petroleum-based solvents, such as a hospital where everything gets cleaned all the time, great option. Okay, it's really the abrasion resistance that I personally find the most attractive feature of polyurethane, because and I'm really thinking of door sweeps, dragging across the concrete sill all the time. Okay, abrasion resistance. Available in black only, so that's what you'll get. The 769 is listed in the website in lots of different lengths, everything from probably a 2-foot length to an 8-foot length. Now you can have longer lengths, we just don't list them because the cost to ship lengths longer than 8 foot is generally quite prohibitive. You can determine the cost of the item because it's sold per foot. So if you see a 5-foot piece, well, you know what a 10-foot piece would cost. but the cost to ship would be noticeably prohibitive. But if you needed 50 pieces at 12-foot length, the cost to ship won't be that big of a deal, I suppose. But one piece would be a problem. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and simply indicate in the comment field the net length to cut the material back to. The reasoning is this. This is a 42-inch piece. Certainly this client for a 42-inch door is going to have to cut this down, because if it's a hollow metal frame, the stops are 5/8. You've got 42 minus 1.25 inches. That's going to be 40 3/4. However you put it in at the corners, you might miter it, whatever the case is. And the point is, if they cut off all from one end, they're going to eliminate that slotted hole. The next one's all the way over here. If you have need for a custom length, let us know. Order the next longest piece or pieces and indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to, because it will save you the trouble of cutting it. It will also save you the trouble of having to drill a slotted hole, and drilling a slotted hole is not easy. And you want the slotted holes there, especially for weather stripping, because it will help contend when you place this material on the frame exactly where it's going to be located to work better with a door that might have a slight warp in it, or maybe a jam leg that's been kicked out ever so slightly. You could stand and look at the door on the inside with the door closed, and you might see no margin at the top of the door, but it might spread ever so slightly as you go down. Being able to scooch that weather stripping to make contact is crucial, okay? And that's why it's there. It also helps eliminate that problem with the screw, with the pre-drill on the hole before the drill bit pierces through. Those bits have a tendency to walk a little bit. Now, speaking of that hole, those screws are included in a complementary finish, that slotted hole. Okay, very typical piece of weather stripping. You might want to get fancy and try to miter that up at the head. It's generally never done, but nonetheless, you might be able to get a real nice cut out of that. And then again, those different finishes. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Reese products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Reese, this is their part number 769A. I'd already forgotten. 769A, a black polyurethane piece of gasketing, or any other Reese product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.